Hi everyone, my name's Lilly Sabir and I'm doing another video today about mindfulness and how to use it for better mental health. We talk about mindfulness so much now in the NHS, in mental health therapists, and you know, it's a real buzzword at the moment, and it's very effective in teaching us a lot about our mental health. So it gives you power in order to identify when you might be feeling stressed and what to do about that stress. So what is mindfulness? Well, mindfulness is about being in the present and becoming aware of your thoughts and patterns of thoughts that we have in life in the moment. So I'm going to talk about 5 different ways, 5 different tips that you can use, and I call these the 5 Ps. So the first tip is patterns of thought. You know, what are you telling yourself when you are waking up in the morning, before you go to bed, in the middle of the day? What's the narrative that you're thinking about? When we say things like, you know, give yourself a good talking to, this is literally what we mean, because we have so much internal dialogue going on all the time with life that carries on you know, on the outside, and it seems as if that's what's going on, but actually you are continuously thinking about what's happening around you, and it's such an unconscious process that we need to bring it to the conscious forefront and talk about what's the narrative that you are telling yourself. So this really becomes about identifying patterns of thought, and the emotional sequence that occurs from the patterns of thoughts that you're having. And this really is a good way of also then thinking about when you feel really negative and out of control, what parts of your day, or where are you when this tends to occur. So that's the first thing. The second way in which you can practice mindfulness is by becoming aware of your physical and practical tools that you have that could help you. So pause during your day and take out 5 minutes to relax and deep breathe. Your breath is really significant in helping you release positive hormones that lead to relaxation. And so when we talk about practical tips that you could do, maybe taking a walk for a few minutes or going outside and getting some fresh air is really important, because all of those things help you to breathe better. And breathing is such an essential part of having good and better mental health. Some people like to do meditation, and it doesn't have to be for 20 minutes, you know, 5 minutes, just something is better than nothing. So bear that in mind. What are you doing every day to implement 2 to 3 minutes of physical and practical ways in which you pause and you think about your patterns of breathing? Okay, so the third way in which you can practice mindfulness is tapping into resources that are from positive psychologists. So positive psychology practices, you can find lots of wonderful resources on the internet, and positive psychology really works around researching individuals who are optimistic, happy, and they found that those types of individuals have much better lives, in the sense that they live longer and they have healthier lives as well. And you've probably heard about gratitude and you know, happiness and feeling positive, but actually positive psychologists are doing some really great work around compassion and altruism, and they're researching how those qualities can really have a significant positive impact on your mental well-being. So think about ways in which you can practice how to be a happier, more positive, grateful person, human being, and what you could do to express moments of compassion and altruism. So doing something for somebody else, you know, or the earth, or an animal. Think about how you could implement something like that, maybe once a week, you know, and then increase those patterns of behavior. Okay, the fourth tip on how to practice mindfulness is pen. So writing. Write down your emotions and thoughts rather than talking about them, because it's a really significant way and an effective tip actually about how to identify, again, the narrative that you're telling yourself. You can identify where and how you're feeling, and then what that enables you to do is to identify how to do something about the negative pattern of thought that you're experiencing or feeling out of control. It really allows you to give yourself power. It empowers you to then be able to talk about and write about, what we call in cognitive hypnotherapy your solution state. So how you would want to feel, how you would want to behave, how you would get control over a situation where you feel you don't have control. And the fifth tip is powerful hormones. So this is really important because I think sometimes we get so busy in our lives that we forget that everything we think and feel is having this massive mind-body biological connection going on in the body. So we're releasing hormones. So when you experience negative emotions like anger, fear, stress, you're releasing cortisol and adrenaline, and too much of those hormones are going to impact your health. They're really massively going to impact how you feel about yourself and how you feel about your life. And so releasing those chronically are not advisable at all. What you should be trying to aim for is to release positive hormones, because they help with relaxation. So when we talk about positive hormones, there's a variety of them. I'll just talk about the main four, I suppose. So dopamine, oxytocin, endorphins and serotonin, they are your positive hormones, and they really can help you to have an effective way of decreasing stress. So you can release endorphins by doing exercise, which is when we talked about the second tip around physical and practical implementation of tips for better well-being. And oxytocin is sometimes known as the love hormone, but that doesn't mean that you need to be in a relationship in order to be able to practice it. You can have gratitude for the people that you love in your life, or think about who you're grateful for. Think about all the ways that life makes you happy. Are they hobbies? Are they, what makes you feel good? And then really become aware of those things and focus on them a lot more than you're focusing on the things that stress you out. Because stress really decreases your ability to be able to control your thoughts and your emotions. And sometimes we can become really emotionally hijacked when we go into overdrive with these negative hormones. So become aware of the powerful hormones in your body in order to get control of how you feel. So I'll just go through the 5 P's again. 5 ways of practicing mindfulness: patterns of thought, physical and practical aspects of what you can be doing, positive psychology resources, pen of writing, ways in which you can feel better about yourself and how you feel, and powerful hormones. Now, if there's anything that I've talked about that you want some more information about, or maybe you're really struggling to give yourself a positive narrative and you're struggling with how you feel, and actually being able to think positively and feel positively just seems so difficult to you, then get in touch. I'll put my website and my email address on this post today, and anything that you would like more information about, just get in touch.